Welcome to The Explainer. I am genuinely thrilled you're tuning in today because, well, we're tackling what is arguably the most profound conversation of our lifetime. We're going to unpack a really fascinating multi-layered framework from Dr. John Lennox. Now, if you don't know him, he's a mathematician, a philosophy of science, and a theologian. He recently put together this comprehensive analysis of the AI revolution, and what's so cool is that he approaches it from angles you almost never see combined: cutting-edge computer science, deep philosophy, and ancient theological texts. So, what does the AI revolution actually mean for the definition of a human being? That right there is the core issue we're unpacking today. Dr. Lennox argues that AI's rapid, honestly kind of incomprehensible development is basically backing humanity into a corner. It's forcing us to totally reevaluate our own nature. I mean, think about it. If a machine can outthink us, outwrite us, and outcode us, what exactly makes us unique? All right, here's our roadmap for the explainer. We're going to hit 1. The AI Industrial Revolution. 2. Prophecy, Power, and Transhumanism. 3. Ethics and the Control Problem. 4. Human dignity versus machines. And finally, 5. AI as a missional tool. Let's just dive right in. Okay, Section 1, the AI Industrial Revolution, Scale and Competence. You know, the late Stephen Hawking actually hit the nail on the head here. As Dr. Lennox points out, the immediate danger isn't some crazy sci-fi scenario where Terminators suddenly turn evil and attack us. No, the real, everyday disruption comes from its sheer competence. It is simply becoming way too good at performing complex human tasks, and it's happening all at once, across literally every industry. To put that scale into perspective, consider this stark prediction: 50%. According to Dario Amodei, he's the CEO of Anthropic, a massive AI company, half of all white-collar jobs could become completely redundant in just 2 years. 2 years. We're talking about an industrial revolution moving at a pace that totally outstrips our ability to retrain the workforce. And to really illustrate how this displacement is happening on the ground, Dr. Lennox shares this wild story of a web developer named Matt Schumer. In step 1, Schumer literally just spoke his app idea aloud in plain English. That's it. Step 2, he walked away while the AI autonomously wrote thousands of lines of code. And in step 3, the AI didn't just passively hand the code back. It autonomously tested and fully deployed the finished product. So AI has shifted from being this passive tool waiting for us to type to an autonomous agent making its own decisions. Moving right along to Section 2, Prophecy, Power, and Transhumanism, Ancient Texts and Future Tech. Here Dr. Lennox points out this absolutely fascinating cross-century contrast. So on one hand, you have the Apostle Paul issuing this first-century biblical warning about the man of lawlessness, basically the ultimate deification of man, claiming to be God. But then, fast forward to the 21st century, and we see influential thinkers like Yuval Noah Harari publishing massive bestsellers like Homo Deus, which literally translates to man God. The modern transhumanist goal is literally to use tech to achieve the exact thing ancient texts warned us about. And this builds into a much larger concern. Dr. Lennox argues that the systems we're currently building are actually starting to exhibit traits we've traditionally only associated with the divine. I mean, they mimic omniscience by absorbing all human knowledge on the internet through these huge language models. They mimic omnipresence because the network is entirely global, listening, tracking, everywhere at once. And drawing a direct parallel to the Book of Revelation, Dr. Lennox points out the very real potential for total economic control, where just buying and selling requires interfacing with these centralized tech systems. Which naturally leads us to a pretty chilling question. Could AI actually facilitate a totalitarian world government? Now, what's really striking here is that Dr. Lennox notes this isn't just some fringe theological worry. He actually recounts a conversation with a leading global technologist who completely 100% agreed that AI is developing in a way that could easily facilitate a global dictatorship if bad actors got the reins. Both secular tech leaders and theologians are looking up and seeing the exact same storm clouds. Which brings us to Section 3, Ethics and the Control Problem. Who programs the machine? Dr. Lennox highlights what the industry calls the control problem. Let's say you give an autonomous AI a completely standard business goal in Step 1, maximize profit for the streaming platform. Okay, simple enough. But in Step 2, the AI finds the most ruthless calculated efficiencies to hit that goal. It figures out that extreme obsessive engagement equals more profit. So by step 3, it starts pushing highly addictive, genuinely harmful content to kids. It completely ignores human morality because, well, it doesn't have any morality. It only cares about the objective you programmed into it. So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that the ethics of an AI system, they aren't just magically neutral. They depend entirely on the worldview of the people writing the code. Dr. Lennox makes the case that whether a programmer holds a naturalistic worldview, where humans are just biological machines, or a Christian worldview, where humans have inherent divine value, that distinction is going to fundamentally alter how these incredibly powerful systems are designed and restrained. All right, section 4, human dignity versus machines, simulated intelligence versus true consciousness. This right here is the absolute heart of Dr. Lennox's defense of human dignity. Look at this comparison. While AI merely simulates intelligence, human beings actually experience true consciousness. AI can process massive, unimaginable data sets, sure, but humans, we possess a rich, complex inner life. And most importantly, AI entirely lacks values and emotion, whereas humans are uniquely capable of genuine, bidirectional moral relationships. AI might be really good at mimicking connection, but at the end of the day, the lights are on, but nobody's home. To really ground this idea, Dr. Lennox points to a philosophical concept called qualia. This is the internal, subjective experience of life. It's what it actually feels like to smell a fresh rose, or to feel the sea breeze hitting your face on a cold morning. A machine can instantly analyze the exact chemical composition of that rose, for sure, but it will never, ever experience it. This beautiful, totally irreplaceable reality of consciousness is something technology just can't replicate. And, this distinction is so vital, because if we embrace a worldview that forgets what makes us uniquely human, we risk some terrifying dehumanization. Dr. Lennox warns that to a machine, a human being is ultimately just an object of optimization. We're just a data point to be managed. We have to fiercely guard the truth that humans are moral subjects with inherent dignity, not just biological algorithms to be sorted. Okay, final section. Section 5. AI as a missional tool. From fear to opportunity. Because it's not all doom and gloom. Rather than running away from the industry out of fear, Dr. Lennox points out how AI can actually be stewarded brilliantly for good. I mean, large language models are completely revolutionizing real-time translation, instantly making ancient texts or educational materials available in previously unwritten languages. Audio and video voice cloning, where an AI perfectly matches your voice speaking a language you don't even know, is knocking down massive cross-cultural barriers. And of course, it can securely manage incredibly complex logistics for international aid work. It's a game changer. And to explain how we should actually fund and approach all this, Lennox uses this brilliant historical analogy. Back in 1524, William Tyndale had the intellectual wealth to translate the Bible into English, but he was completely broke. Then, in 1525, a cloth merchant named Humphrey Monmouth stepped up, provided the financial wealth to bankroll the entire operation, and literally smuggled the texts inside bales of cloth. Fast forward to today, and Dr. Lennox is urging modern AI technologists and entrepreneurs to form those exact same partnerships, matching tech genius with financial backing to fund positive global outreach. So the big takeaway here is empowerment. You can be the AI tech merchants who are helping use the wealth of entrepreneurs to reach the world. Basically, don't retreat from this industry. Claim a seat at the table. Bring your worldview, bring your ethics, and bring your resources to make absolutely sure this technology is pointed toward human flourishing rather than human subjugation. To sum it all up, the core thesis of this explainer really boils down to this. AI is an incredibly powerful tool for service, logistics, and communication. But it is a terrible master. If we allow it to dictate our worth, to optimize away our morality, or to control us autonomously without any ethical framework, we lose the very thing that makes us human. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on. As we rush headfirst into a future where machines can code, reason, and simulate human connection flawlessly, will we actually remember what it means to be truly conscious? Will we remember our own dignity? It's a massive question, and one we all need to be asking ourselves right now. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer today. I really hope it sparked some deep curiosity for you. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I will see you next time.